Hey everyone, Mike from Mike's Gaming Gala here. And I know I said in a community post that I planned on doing a live stream, and I still plan on doing that, but I felt like I needed to get a video out there thanking everybody for 1,000 subscribers before we hit 2,000 subscribers. It's been a crazy few weeks, and we're only about 70 subscribers away from 2,000, which is absolutely nuts. This is going to be maybe a bit of a rambling video. You might see some cuts. But I really wanted to express my thanks to every single one of you for subscribing, for being members of my community, for commenting on my videos. It really means a lot. It's something that is a big part of why I do this. I do it as a creative outlet. I do it because I enjoy doing it. But a big part of what makes it enjoyable and what makes me love doing this is the interaction I get to have with people. Both just people who watch my videos and comment, as well as other content creators that I've made absolutely fantastic friends with. Obviously, hitting 1,000 subscribers, the first thing that everybody says is, "Oh, hey, great, you're monetized." Yes and no. So there are to be fully monetized, there are two criteria. One is you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers, and I have that now. The second is you have to have, within the last 365 days, 4,000 view hours on your channel. I release videos. My reviews are usually between 5 and 10 minutes. Mini reviews don't count towards that view hour time. My gameplay footage videos, they are obviously longer, but they don't get nearly as many views. It's more of a service that I provide. You know, I've got the game footage. If somebody just wants to watch the game footage, they're absolutely free to. But if it's 3 hours of game footage, how many people are actually going to want to sit through 3 hours of game footage? So they help when I do videos like my Atari 2600 Plus review or my Amico Home review. They get pretty decent view hours. But the fact is that we didn't even hit 3,000 view hours until probably a couple days after I hit 1,000 subscribers. Now what that does mean is that having hit that 3,000 subscriber mark, or wow, I wish. What that does mean is that after hitting that 3,000 view hour mark, I qualify for the first tier of monetization, which is I still don't receive ad revenue, but I am able to put a super thanks button on my videos, and I'm able to have memberships. Now here's my view on that. I could just jump in and say, okay, you know, I've got memberships now, and I've got super thanks, and I'm going to make content that only members can watch, and I'm going to make emojis and whatnot. I find for that, the same way I feel about Patreon, and the reason I don't have a Patreon is I'm not sure how I provide value for that. I have nothing against people who have that join button on their channels. I have no problem with people who have Patreons. But for me on this channel, I am totally against paywalls for any of my content. I want as many people as possible to watch my stuff. That's why I do it. And I don't really have time in my life to be making extra videos specifically just for members or for Patreon subscribers. That's one thing. And when it comes to my regular content, I could do early access, but there are some times where I don't finish the video until a few hours before I post it. And so because I don't feel like I can reliably provide early access to videos, I don't feel like that membership button is warranted, and I don't feel like a Patreon is warranted. That's not to say that at some point in the future I won't have that stuff, but I feel like I need to. It can't just be me saying, "Hey, join my channel to support me." It has to be, join my channel to support me, and you get this value from it. I don't have any merch. I don't have, like, there's a lot of things that I need to work on in order to provide value for something like that. And I'm just not there yet. So I have opted not to add a membership button to my channel. I did enable the super thanks, so I know the economy is tough. It's tough for all of us, and I certainly don't expect it from anybody. But if you got a few extra bucks and you want to help me pay for a homebrew game, by all means make use of that. But as for membership, that's not going to happen, at least at this point. That's just my view on it. Like I said, I have nothing against other people doing it on their channels. On this channel, I do pay for the games that I review. At least the vast majority of them. So last year, I reviewed 57 homebrew games. Of those, I paid full price for 51 of them. A few of them were gifts. I bought Intellavania from Intellivision Revolution. I had to wait a little bit for that to come. And when I did get that box, he had included Missile Domination and Go Sub in there. And with a little note saying that, hey, here's a couple extra games. If you feel like reviewing them, go ahead. Which obviously I then reviewed Missile Domination. And I had already reviewed Go Sub. I had Go Sub. So now what I'm thinking is that when I do my stream, maybe I can do a giveaway. And I can give away a copy of Go Sub for the Intellivision. I think that'd be a great idea. Maybe as a 2,000 subscriber special, because hopefully I keep growing and we hit that mark within the next month or so. Yeah, and then the Odyssey 2 collection on the ColecoVision, that was a Christmas gift from Michael Thomason. It was the first copy, and when he gave that to me, he just said, it's like, you know, if you're going to give it a bad review, can you give me a week or two to sell a few copies? Didn't get a bad review. My view, any publishers out there who want to send me something, if you want to do that, I owe you a review. All opinions in that review will be mine. I don't owe you a good review, but I owe you a review. If you provide something to me on this channel to take a look at, I owe you that little bit of publicity at least. So yeah, obviously I put a lot of money into my channel. I invest in my channel, and I put a lot of effort into my channel. So without a membership button, and obviously, as I said, not expecting super thanks buttons, clicks, how can you support me? And the great thing about how you can genuinely support me is that all of the ways you can do so are completely free. Watch my videos. Watch right through the video, right to the end. Click that like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Comment on my videos. I don't delete any comments, so even if you want to comment and say, you know, I completely disagree with you because yada yada yada, that's totally fine. Basically what the YouTube algorithm's looking for is people click on your video, people watch your video and you've got good retention, and then people engage with your video with the like and the comments. And that helps to teach YouTube's algorithm, okay, this is content that people like and engage with, so we're going to spread it out to more potential people. And the more eyeballs I get on my content, the more I will grow, and the higher the view hours will go, because that's the thing that my channel, just by design, struggles with the most. And then eventually, hopefully I'll be getting some ad revenue, which won't be a lot, but every little bit helps. Beyond that, tell your friends. If you see something funny, you just be like, hey, check this out. Share the content. If you're a member of groups, be like, hey, this was a cool video I saw. If you're a publisher, like I said, I do reach out and purchase a lot of these games, but I don't see all of them, and I don't necessarily, like, I have to pick and choose. I can't afford to just go out and buy every homebrew that's out there. If you want to contact me, I've got my email at the end of absolutely every video, and I'll have it in the description here to click. Contact me if you want to send me a game to review. Like I said, if anybody provides something to the show, I owe you a review of it. But also, like I said, don't send me some piece of garbage and expect a fantastic review. But, if you're confident in your product, send it here. I think I'm very, very fair. My philosophy on reviews is that a game that provides what it advertises gets a pass. If it says, it's a clone of Yar's Revenge, then it should play like Yar's Revenge. Ideally, it has something extra, but at the bare minimum, if it plays like Yar's Revenge and it looks like Yar's Revenge, it gets a pass. Even games that I'm not a fan of, I've given good reviews to. A perfect example would be Stop the Express. Stop the Express is a game that personally I wasn't a big fan of, but it got a good review because it delivered exactly what it promised. It played well, it looked good, and I can respect that. And I can respect that the opinions of what makes a good game from one person is going to change to the next person. For instance, I'm not a fan of Pokemon games. They just never appeal to me. But if I was to review a Pokemon game, obviously I can respect that they're well made, they deliver exactly what they promise, they've got solid gameplay, and they've got a big following for a reason. So it would get a good review. Aside from that, guys, I'm just so thankful to everyone for being a part of my community, like I said. I just love doing this. This is a hobby for me. I never expect it to become a primary source of income. But really the dream at this point that I think would be absolutely fantastic is if at some point in time in the next couple years, this channel could pay for itself. Like I said, I pay for 90% of the games that I review, at least at this point, which comes to, at least in Canadian dollars, about $400 a month. Homebrew games aren't cheap, and that is another big reason why I think that my channel, as well as other channels like Retro Bliss Gaming, provide some value in that you can see the game and you can get some opinions on the game before you go and drop $50, $60, $70 US on a new game for an old system, because there's nothing worse than dropping that much money, getting a game and being like, oh my goodness, this is garbage. Thankfully, I haven't reviewed many games that are garbage. I think only 2 bad reviews last year. Yeah, it's a service, and it's a service that costs me money, and it's money that I probably would spend on a good amount of these homebrews anyway. But yeah, it would be absolutely fantastic if at some point in time my channel could be making me about $400 a month, and then it feeds my hobby and it does that. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you to all of you who comment and engage with my content. Thank you again for everybody that voted for me for YouTuber of the Month and then YouTuber of the Year. That's a lot of fun to do, and I have some more plans for future episodes. This next one's going to be a little simpler. There's no regeneration effects or anything like that, but yeah, I feel like I've rambled a lot, but I really just wanted to get that off my chest. So, no membership, there's no Patreon, there's no merch. If you are so inclined, I know the economy's bad, but feel free to hit that super thanks button. Not expecting it. I will not, aside from a thank you, you won't get treated any differently. It's not like I'm going to ignore comments from people who haven't sent me money or anything like that. No content behind a paywall. I'm going to keep doing what I do, regardless of financial benefit from my YouTube channel. So, I have a lot of fun doing this. I hope you have a lot of fun watching it. Thank you, thank you, thank you again. Keep watching my community page just to see when I'm going to do that live stream. And yeah, let's give away a copy of Go Sub for the Intellivision to some lucky viewer. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Mike's Gaming Gala.